to Xayah, how is that going to fare? She does have a bit of poke available to her thanks to her W, the bonus movement speed, but a lot of her power comes from her ultimate. She is very reliant on it.
Decoy across the wall here. Hansumdi is at half HP, has no pots, has a barrier, no heal. Malrang knocks Yike back. Targamas goes in, flash away from Hansumdi as Caliste tanks the tower and has to use a barrier of his own. Does get the root down with the blade call of it.
We know how playmaking the champion can be and how you really need to utilize that early game strength to try and force skirmishes where you can.
See, they can look for the re-engage. Spells used by NaVi. Cyclone's still available. Vladi going in. There's the Weaver's Wall. Thayger on the right side of it. Gets out. Exhaust has been popped on him. We try and get back in here. Does still have that smite. Malrang comes across the wall. Yike with a good Cyclone. Knocks Malrang up. Here's the Grand Starfall though. Thayger flashes away from the seismic shove. Yike is down to 200 HP and Hansumdi is flashing forward. He's transcended himself and he's looking for his first kill. Finds it. Targamas now locked up. Adam coming in as well. As he looks for the flank, KC forced back, retreating under their tower.
Okay, so it's... I think they're too late though. They're way too late.
Thayger's ultimate about to come back off cooldown. Malrang has that unbreakable will. Vision behind. There's the TP from Adam. There's a shockwave combo. Yike has to try and get away with the Cyclone. Good knockback with the seismic shove. Will disengage the fight for now. KC looking for the re-engage. Canna comes in. Hasn't popped that ultimate yet. But Hansumdi has no flash and has no way out. KC on the board.
The response from KC is good. NaVi tried to use the numbers advantage, but I don't think the fight is over just yet. The ulti comes through from Vladi.
The chase continues as Adam oversteps, looking for the damage on the Canna. He'll fall second. 2-1 now for KC and a dragon alongside.
The logic is always that Aatrox is a champion that also scales.
Sure.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Good Grand Starfall. Again, Thayger gonna flash away. There's the shockwave. Quickness coming out, but Vladi's already down. Good knock-up by Malrang. The Targamas can dash back to Yike to escape. Again, NaVi used
proactive with the Pantheon. He makes a really nice play on the top side of the map. And it's Larssen that's going to get himself some plates. Malrang acting on
flashes in. Yike's going to try and go back forward with the Cyclone. Larssen's low. He has to flash away. But in the end, Yike will still find him stunned up by the trample. Should fall here to Thayger, but he's doing so much work. Malrang's dead as well. It's 2 for Yike. Or at least for KC in the middle of the fight. Targamas dashing away, dodges the spear shot. Thayger goes back in and gets another. The junglers absolutely popping off as Caliste finally rounds it out for KC.
It's chaos on the top side of the rift. It cleans things up. Now though, we're back to live as the Herald has started off.
Back to fighting as well. As Thayger's trying to join from the side here. Rift Tower down to 5,000 HP. Hansumdi flashing away from Targamas, who's now on the wrong side of the wall. The quickness will only catch onto Malrang, who does still have the unbreakable will. The ball down for Larssen. Shockwave available. Rift held. The eye will sit there. In the end, I don't think NaVi will be able to pick this one up. Adam's going to try and step forward. Expires pretty sharpish. Only about 20 seconds on the clock for that eye these days. And break of the game, it will be sole point for KC if they can find it. Malrang once again peeking his head in, or at least his horns, as he looks for the engage. But NaVi are just not here quickly enough. The ball goes down, Grand Starfall coming out, they're looking for the shockwave combination. The dive into the backline by Thayger. Yike's gonna knock him up with the Cyclone, and Thayger is separated from his team. He jumps back in for the stun, but the flash across the wall, or at least the jump with the blast cone from Canna, means that NaVi cannot follow up on their jungler. KC will
really like it. They know they have a good item advantage over their opposition. Force NaVi into another fight when you should be stronger.
Here's the TP from Adam. Canna waiting just around the corner. 6,000 on the Aatrox right now. NaVi gonna be split up by the Weaver's Wall. Targamas still waiting. Goes in with the quickness, and the feathers fly from Caliste. Hansumdi immediately has to dash away, but Yike follows up with Canna. Caliste and Targamas able to retreat to the top side of the fight. Thayger tried to get in, did steal the Aatrox in the middle of it all, but he'll pay for it with his life, as will Adam. Caliste mows him down. NaVi discombobulated, but somehow Thayger keeps them in it with an Aatrox steal.
It's a clean ace for KC, ballooning the gold lead to 5.4k. That's the biggest thing. NaVi's just desperately trying to complete more items. Oh, Canna on the front lines here.
He doesn't take any damage from Hansumdi. He goes back in with Unstoppable Onslaught. There's the Weaver's Wall as well. Malrang in the middle of them all with the Zeke's Convergence, but it's just not doing anything. That's roast beef for KC.
For this game, KC have just been starting objectives on spawn. Looks like they've caught out Adam.
Yeah, he is not in the best of spots here. The World Ender, it might live up to its name, but it may be his world that's being ended here as he's caught out KC with good movements on the map, using the Weaver's Wall to separate Adam from his easiest escape route, and then with Targamas and Caliste coming up, it was all at the end. Yeah, there's no real point challenging that Baron, especially without your top laner. See if you can get a tier 2. See if you can get the wave pushed out to make KC's oncoming advance.
Ignoring all of the damage posed by Adam, and is just going to chip away at the tower. The Demolish proc doing good work.
Yeah, 3-item Sion, you're not really going to do any damage here. Adam on the wrong side of the wall. Grand Starfall coming down as they look for Caliste, but Yike with a good Cyclone will get a double knock-up onto Thayger. Unstoppable also coming out from Canna as he looks for the knock-up onto Malrang. Can't get it, but Malrang still falls. Vladi flashing over the wall, chasing Adam down. The Infernal Chains won't connect. Somebody untouched so far. They're having to pop the ultimate. And now walking back to the fountain. TP's coming out as KC look to continue this advance. Sion back with full HP and an Elixir of Iron just to add to the deal here. Not going to be able to get your way through him. He flashes for Larssen. Decimating Smash stunned out of Targamas going in with a knock-up. The knock back onto Larssen with the seismic shove, though. Will it be enough? And KC are just forcing NaVi away from their own inhibitors, away from their own base, and back to the drawing board, it seems. KC still 5 members strong as we see NaVi respawning and immediately being put 6 feet under demolition here from KC in game 1.
28-minute stomp from the side of KC. We saw some nice proactive moves from NaVi in the early game, but once KC got a foothold, they just never let go. 18 kills to 4. They had full control over all the objectives. Beautifully done by KC.
It really was. We're going to take a short break, maybe jump back into the jacuzzi.